Wow, oh wow. What an off season this has been in just the past week. How you doing, guys? And welcome to another video on the Planet Baseball YouTube channel. And this is going to be a new segment I'm going to be calling Trade Talk, where, hence the title, I'll be discussing any trade talks, any discussions, rumors, speculation, anything under the sun that's under that banner. And today we got a bevy of information. Since I just created the channel on Monday, there were some trades that have happened prior, there have been some trades that have happened after. So we're going to go through a few of them today, and then this will be a regular thing when trades happen. We'll discuss them, and I'll let you know my thoughts and opinions on them, how I think they'll help their team or hurt them, and everything else. So, without further ado, let's get right into our first trade. And that includes my New York Yankees, Josh Donaldson, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, and Ben Rortvedt getting traded to the Bronx in exchange for longtime hated and beloved catcher Gary Sanchez and Giovanni Urshela. Now, where do I start with this trade? Because even I've taken the time to really run it through my head, think of the positives, think of the negatives, think of everything in between, I'm still very mixed on this trade, and I don't know which side I fall on. Honestly, Gary Sanchez, for many, many years, I've never known what to think of him. Yeah, he has the power as a catcher. He can hit 30 home runs. But also, his defense is very underwhelming and has cost the Yankees a bunch of games over the years due to his not very good defense. Giovanni Urshela, on the other hand, his offense has risen dramatically over the past couple years since they acquired him, and his defense has been extraordinary. Now, the reason why I'm so mixed is because you get rid of Gary, which is a plus in and of itself, because you don't have to worry about him, worry about the on and off offense and the shitty defense. But you also get rid of Gio, who's a fan favorite for years. He plays tremendous defense and everything else. But on the upside, you get a former AL MVP. You get a guy that his bat will do a little bit for you, but it won't do much. But his defense is next level. And then you got Ben Rortvedt, who's going to probably platoon with Kyle Higashioka this coming year and years to come. He's a lefty bat. Tanner Swanson, who's the catching coach for the Yankees, formerly was with the Twins, so he definitely has a first-hand experience with Ben, and I think he has a better understanding than maybe we do. Maybe he sees something in this kid that really can help the Yankees either this year or down the line. But you can also see a downside with this deal for the Twins as well. Obviously, you get the whole issues with Gary and Gio from Minnesota, but for the Yankees, Josh Donaldson's 35 years old. So this guy ain't no spring chicken no more. He has had injury risks over the past couple of years, but he has done somewhat decently over the past 2 seasons. He's definitely stayed on the field. 2019 with Atlanta, he played the most amount of games he's played since 2016, when he played 155 games. So he missed 7 games, which is incredible. He had 37 home runs, 94 RBIs, and was in 11th place for the MVP award. That was his best season in a long, long time. And honestly, even in 2021, it wasn't that bad. He missed 30 games, yeah, but he also hit freaking 250, had a 827 slugging. I mean, he didn't really get on base much. Or his 827 OPS, excuse me. 475 slugging. But compared to what he's done prior to 2019 and 2021, I mean, I will take that. The Yankees will take that. If the defense can hold up And if he can stay on the field, the Yankees will 100% take that production from him. It'll definitely help. And like I said about Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, the kid is a wizard at shortstop. The bat is okay. The bat will be there, but it's not going to be much. It'll be... Can't think of a guy at the moment. But it'll be, like, obviously a guy that's more defense forward, to which you get the bat. If the bat comes around, then it's a defense and it's a plus. But if not, that's what you expect. So, story number 2. It's also from the Yankees, and you get a returning star in Anthony Rizzo, signing 2 years, $32 million. I like this deal. I really do. Anthony Rizzo has always been one of my favorite players to watch, especially seeing him on the Cubs. And there are specific players to me that I never thought would become a Yankee. There are definitely... Rizzo's one of them. And obviously he's been a Yankee, and he will be for at least one more season. He hasn't opted out after this year. But 2 other guys that did end up being Yankees that I never thought would be a Yankee are Ichiro and Andrew Mccutchen. And both of them, one way or another, ended up becoming Yankees. So, and pretty good ones at that, to be honest. I sort of wish the Yankees gave Mccutchen another deal, but what the Phillies gave him, I mean, that's a lot of money. So, I'm happy they didn't. But Rizzo definitely showed some potential. He's, I believe, in his mid-30s. So, he still has a few years left to go before he really starts going downhill. Yeah, he's 32 years old. He'll be 33 in August. But with a full season under his belt in the Bronx with the short porch, I think he has a good chance to really get back to form. He played 141 games in 2021, so he missed 20 games. Still had a pretty good year. 22 nukes. Again, right around Donaldson's average. 248. He had a 783 OPS and a 440 slugging, so nothing too crazy. I mean, he gets on base, but the big thing with Rizzo and Donaldson, they both put the ball in play. A lot of the Yankees that they have at the moment, like Joey Gallo, Giancarlo Stanton, Aaron Judge to some effect, strike out a lot. And it's not good. They strike out way too much. Gallo especially, fucking way over 200 strikeouts a year. Yeah, he puts the ball in the stands about 35 times a year, but I don't know. He's working on his walks, which is good, but I don't know. It's tough to balance. But yeah, Rizzo's definitely going to help the defense. Kiner-Falefa is going to be great on the left side with Donaldson. Rizzo's a good glove to have there. But if I'm being honest, the Yankees really haven't had an amazing first baseman since Tex left, since Mark Teixeira left in 2016. They really haven't had that standout gold glover. But we'll see. I think Rizzo was a great fit for the Yankees. You got the whole Italian Stallions thing going with Rizzo and Gallo, so you can at least keep that going for another year. If Rizzo opts out, then Gallo and the Yankees don't re-sign Gallo, then they'll both be free agents after this year, so it'll be interesting to see where they go. But for now, I'm excited. I am excited to see what happens to Rizzo and how he does this year. Our next story is in regards to the Atlanta Braves acquiring the replacement for Freddie Freeman. And if I'm being honest, it's a very good replacement. Probably the best one you're going to be able to get. And that's Matt Olson, going to Atlanta, being traded from the Oakland Athletics for a bevy of prospects, including Christian Pache, Shea Langoliers, and 2 young pitchers in Ryan Cusick and Joey Estes. Now, Christian Pache and Shea Langoliers are obviously the main pieces in this deal. Christian Pache was a bit of a piece on the Braves World Championship team. He did a little bit, he didn't do much, but he was there for more defense, more for the base paths and everything else. Amazing glove. The bat will come around, hopefully. That's what people are saying, but have to wait and see. He was very, very upset that he was traded from the Bravos. I'll put a picture of the tweet or the Instagram post, but it's very heartfelt, very touching. Shea Langoliers does look like he's going to be a very good catching prospect for Oakland. He did make it to AAA last year. By the end of the year, he did hit AAA a little bit. I don't think he touched much. Yeah, Shea Langoliers in AAA alone only played 5 games. So he was 2 for 11 in AAA. But comparative to everything in 2021 with both leagues, played 97 games, 22 home runs, had a slugging of 494, 339 OPS, 256 average. So, is okay. But he's definitely going to be someone I could see doing really well in the majors. Whether or not it's 2022 or at the very, very latest 2023. But I do think that by the All-Star break, I think Shea Langoliers does end up making his major league debut with Oakland, given what Oakland is doing right now, essentially shipping everybody out. So, yeah. Now, in talks about Ryan Cusick and Joey Estes, I don't really know much about them. I know they're young pieces. I think with Oakland and the way that they're going, if they ship out Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas, which they are talking about, I do feel like they will move this kid along if he projects the way they are thinking. So if he gets hot, they may fast track him, so he may end up in the big leagues by the end of the year. But I don't know. We'll have to see. In terms of Estes, 2019 draft, 487th pick. Spent the season in low A, ERA under 3, 4.38 strikeout to walk ratio in 99 innings. So, very, very low in terms of coming up in the big leagues. But I do feel like this kid will be up around the same time as Cusick. I think by the end of 2023, I think they'll be up. So I think that's a pretty good trade for either side. Oakland gets a couple pitchers. They get a pretty good outfielder. They'll get an outfielder, and they get a good catcher if and when they trade Sean Murphy. Now, in terms of what the Braves got in the Matt Olson deal, I mean, Matt Olson, what else can you say about him? Matt Olson is easily one of the best first basemen in the whole sport. He does everything great. His glove is tremendous. He has an incredible bat. He's very clutch. He's just one of those guys that you would want on your team. And yeah, sure, it's going to hurt not having Freddie Freeman as first baseman of the Braves. I get it. The guy's been there for 15 seasons, and he's essentially been your mainstay. In a sense, he's like Derek Jeter was to the Yankees. Obviously, there's a bit of a difference there, but for the time that Freddie was with Atlanta, he was their mainstay. Or, in a better comparison, he's like Chipper Jones. But players aren't like they were 20 years ago, where they would stay with one team their whole career. That sadly isn't the case anymore. Would I want it to be the case and see Freddie fill out the rest of his career in Atlanta? Yes. But Matt Olson is going to do a tremendous job. He did sign an 8-year extension right after the trade, so he's going to be your first baseman for a long, long time. And that's going to be exciting to watch. So you may be upset, you may be sad that this deal happened, that Freddie is gone. But honestly, look at the bright side here. You got some superstar talent still left in the minors. You got a great first baseman. You got an incredible team. You also did re-sign Eddie Rosario to a 2-year deal. So, you've essentially, aside from a few guys, you're essentially putting the same team that won the World Series last year back onto the field. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with that. So, yeah. Braves are going to be good this year. I wouldn't worry too much about it. So, yeah. Those are my 3 points for this episode of Trade Talk. Hope you guys enjoy. For the next episode, I will have 3 more. One of which I'm waiting to be confirmed. Which, of course, is the speculation and rumor of Freddie Freeman to the Dodgers. Which, it's essentially all but done. I'm just waiting for it to be confirmed before going on talking about it. So, yeah, that's going to do it for me. If you do like the video and you want to see more, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. We will be posting these every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or at least around it. Some videos may come out on a Tuesday or a Thursday, but I'm going to try and get videos out as quick as I can when I can. But yeah, that's it for me. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you guys later.